Hello Taurus and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. First of all, I would like to thank for all of you who have seen my previous videos, that you watched them, liked them, and especially if you subscribe. I'm truly grateful for all of those amazing energies, and I'm really glad that you are back again. And if you're new to my channel, I'd like to give you a big welcome. I'm very happy that you found me, and I hope that this reading is going to be helpful for all of you. In today's video, we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of November in the areas of love and relationship, but as usual, this is a general reading. So please take whatever resonates and leave the rest. Let's get started. First, we're going to start with an angel guide oracle card. For you, it came out the Mother and Father God. This is a card that's kind of telling us that you are connected to the power of creation at this time, and your spiritual parent is enveloping you in their incredible love and filling you with divine energy and inspiration to help you move forward. So this is generally a message directly the heart of the universe, and it is telling you that you are significant and precious, and you are loved beyond measure, and the universe is proud of you. So this is kind of like the card that's encouraging you to have faith and know that anything is possible for you, no matter what you may be going through. You're always connected to the source, and the angel guides are encouraging you to remember this. So lovely energy, there's definitely an indication that the angels all are with you and there for you to to help you whenever you need it. But let's get in the middle of the tarot. So in the center of your reading, you do have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is all about independence. It is also the card of luxury when you are reaping the fruits of your labor. So what can this mean from a love perspective? First of all, it can be that, if you are single, you might be actually enjoying your freedom, because this is a very independent energy and you're very picky in terms of who you are getting in a relationship, or who you're gonna start to talk or date. You're kind of at that point of your life when you can afford for yourself to be and be picky. If you are in an existing relationship, this can be definitely an indication that it's a mature relationship. It has been it's been around for a while. You've been kind of over the initial stages of the initial hurdles of a relationship. So you're kind of starting to be comfortable with each other. You're starting to enjoy whatever the relationship brings you. Now, in terms of for a couple of you, it can also be a sign that your partner is giving you the freedom, whatever you need, so you can pursue your dreams, you can pursue your passions. So let's see what other energies we have here. Your reading starts with the Emperor energy, which is kind of like all about stability, structure, being organized. It's kind of like the major leadership, authority energy. So this can be definitely an indication of a stable relationship, or generally stability in your life. For some of you, if you're a female energy, this might be a card that's telling us that you might be with an older mature male energy who is actually very good for you from various aspects of your life. The only challenge with him is that he's not great at expressing their emotions. So sometimes you might be guessing, okay, what does he feel like, what does he like me, etc., etc. And if you're a male energy, you might need to kind of focus on expressing your emotions a little bit better. But this is a lovely energy from a stability perspective, because if you're single, it can be a sign that stability is coming into your life. Next we have here is the Page of Wands. Pages are messengers, but can indicate younger people as well, or even children. So I can kind of see even like a mature female energy and a mature male energy, and kind of having the children in between them. But let's talk about what kind of messages the Page of Wands bring. This is kind of like messages for an adventure, messages to this is kind of like a very passionate energy, like the wands are all about passion, all about adventure, very fiery, sparky energy. So if you are single, I think there's some spark coming into your life, maybe with somebody who might be a great impact on your life. If you are in an existing relationship and the relationship might not be working the best, this card can actually be telling you that probably it's time for you to make a decision whether you want to make or break the relationship. So let's see what is the next card. We have here the Eight of Pentacles, which is the card of hard work, precision, and working on something day and night. So some of you might be working on your relationship and putting a lot of efforts into it. And this is a card that's indicating that all of the efforts that you put in gonna be well rewarded. For some of you, it might be kind of saying that, okay, you're working a lot. Maybe you should kind of consider how much time you're spending with your loved ones and how much time you're spending with actual work. The other kind of indication as well, like, you know, if you're single, maybe you're putting a lot of effort into dating and meeting people. You're on the apps, you are messaging, like, you know, there's lots of messages going back and forth. You're going on dates, etc., etc. And I think whatever you're working on, it's gonna be rewarding for you. The next we have here is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is the card of indecision and being uncertain about something. So for some of you, I think there's some kind of a decision that you're gonna have to make, or you're kind of in the middle of a decision making, because generally the Two of Swords is indicating that you have hard time choosing. It can be that you have to choose between two things, and again, as I said, you don't know which one to choose, and the card is kind of telling you to listen to your inner guide, listen to your instinct, follow your instinct when you're making this decision. And generally this card is also telling us that deep down you actually know what to choose. This choice can be a lot of things, for many things, for many of you. This can be maybe choosing between two people. Maybe you have two people that you're messaging with, dating with, and maybe it's time for you to choose. For some of you, it might be that you have to choose whether you're staying single, whether you want to be in a relationship. Definitely some kind of a decision where you might not see clearly, because you can see that she is blindfolded, and she's kind of just pushing this decision making and not making it. It can be also a sign that maybe if you've been in conflict with somebody, your partner, there might be kind of like a still stand, and you are actually kind of don't want to take part of the conflict if there's any kind of conflict. But for me, it's kind of like there's some kind of a decision here, and because especially if you're in an existing relationship, I can kind of see that some of you need to make some kind of a hard decision. And the next we have here is the Hierophant energy. The Hierophant is the card of our faith, our belief system, and this is kind of like represents very traditional values. So those traditional values can indicate, like, you know, it's a great card for getting married. And it is also a great card for a long-term stable relationship. Interesting, you do have both the Emperor and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is kind of connecting us with the heavens, connecting the earth with the heavens, and the Emperor is all the earthy things, being logical, being being brain driven, while the Hierophant is our belief system, and kind of like a little bit more mystical from that perspective. But again, like from a relationship perspective, the Hierophant is a great indication of a long-term traditional relationship. If you're single, definitely something like that is coming for you. And if you're in an existing relationship, it can be a sign that the relationship might be getting to the next level of getting engaged, getting married. Again, this is the traditional card of marriage in the tarot. So let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's an indication for me that the reading helped you, and you can also help me to grow the channel and to make sure that the message gets out to more people, especially those who need it. And for you, it is only a push of a button. So I hope that you already push those like and subscribe buttons, and I'm always very happy to read in the comment what's going on with you. But before we kind of get to that next, because something kind of came to me, it's very interesting that, you know, when you look at the oracle card, you have the Mother, Father, God kind of like representing the heavens, and you do have the Hierophant in the reading, which is again connecting us with the heavens. So I think for you, this connection to the universe is very important this time. So make sure that you kind of tune in what kind of messages, what kind of support you're getting. And then actually have here is the Tower. So the Tower is this huge unexpected change that kind of comes in and shakes our world up. For some of you, it might be that, you know, your traditional belief system is changing as well, because you do have the Hierophant, which is the traditional beliefs, and then the Tower is kind of like coming in and destructing this old belief system, right? For some of you, there might be a radical shift in terms of how you see the world, how you see a relationship, how you see your existing relationship. But you know, this is kind of like a change where the universe is stepping in to make the decision for you. So if you're kind of looking at it, it's very interesting to see that you have here the Two of Swords, which is the card of indecision. And if you're kind of staying in a situation for a long time, right, you have the indecision. And if you're staying in a situation for a long time and you're not making a decision, it can kind of lead to the point where the universe is stepping in and making the decision for you. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here, because like you kind of have this indecision on the top. And what's kind of very interesting as well, that when you kind of look at the Two of Swords, on one side you have the Emperor, which is kind of this stability, this structure, being organized. And on the other end of the decision, you have the Tower, which is chaos, which is very disruptive energy. So I'm not sure if one of your decisions is all about staying in the stability or disrupting whatever you have right now. Let me know in the comment what is this kind of two sides, because I kind of feel that there's something related to structure and chaos on two sides of this decision. But again, like the Tower kind of like is this energy when you're kind of feeling stuck, when you're feeling that you are not able to move forward, and you're kind of going round and round, and then because you're kind of not feeling that you're able to change your situation, the universe is coming in to change it. Now this can be end of a relationship if you are in a relationship, but not necessarily. It can also mean that, you know, if you are that you are working on the relationship to make significant changes to it, because you have here the Hierophant, who can be some kind of a mediator as well. So maybe you're kind of going through some therapy, and generally, like, you know, the Tower is just indicating that whatever we had, whatever the base structure you had for something is changing totally. So if the relationship is not ending, it can be just that it just so much, it changes so much that you practically wouldn't even recognize it, what it used to be. Now, if you're single, this can be as well some kind of an experience that might be telling you that why you're single, and it might be something that's not necessarily comfortable for you to hear, but you need to listen to it, because the universe is kind of sending you this message that okay, you're single because of XYZ, and you need to listen to that and change that, even though it might be uncomfortable for you. The next we have here is the Knight of Cups, which is actually a lovely energy, because the Knight of Cups is, first of all, like, it's a court card, so it can be a person or yourself, but generally the Knights are all about action, and this Knight is bringing some kind of a romantic action into our lives. So for some of you, it might be that it's an invitation for a date. For others of you, it might be an invitation to get engaged or get married. Get married, and well, you do have the Hierophant, which can be the sign of marriage. So for some of you, maybe you're gonna be, and somebody will pop the question. Maybe that's gonna be that's gonna turn your world upside down, right? Like you know, sometimes the Tower can be something that is just so unexpected that I was like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with this? Should I get married or not? But there's definitely some romantic gesture here, because he's very romantic, he's very dreamy. So I think maybe some of you gonna get asked to get married, and you're gonna be like so shocked that you don't know what to do with it. And then we have here the Five of Wands as the last card. The Five of Wands is kind of like a very early stages of conflict. This is the card of conflict and competition, and generally it can be, the source of the conflict can be that the people are coming from different background. So maybe you and your partner are coming from a different social background, and that might be causing challenges in terms of not seeing things the same way, but it is also it's kind of this very early type of conflict when you're just training, you're kind of seeing how far you're able to go. But this is also the card of competition. So for some of you, maybe there's a competition going on. Maybe you have multiple people that are trying to get your attention, right? Because if you kind of look at it, on one side of the competition, you have the marriage, and then you have some kind of a romantic offer. So that's very possible that for some of you, there's just so many things happening, and that's turning your world upside down. And let's not forget, you have here in the middle of the a card of a decision, which can be that you have to choose between two people of some sort. Yeah, so let's see what is at the bottom of the deck. And the bottom of the deck, you do have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is therefore to see through things, and she cares about the truth and nothing but the truth. And she's kind of like also somebody who went through a lot. Maybe you've been kind of afraid of getting into something, because you know, you have here in the center this kind of very independent feel, and then you know, because the Queen of Swords, she went through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, although it kind of made her very strong. It might be that, you know, you're kind of protecting yourself from whatever's kind of happened before, but again, like, you do have the Hierophant, you have the Mother and Father God, which is kind of like telling us that you are very much connected to your angels and the universe. So just connect to it whenever you kind of need it, and don't be afraid, because, you know, maybe this kind of commitment is something that you might need. So Taurus, that's all I have for you. I hope that this reading helped you, and I'll be able to welcome you again.